Jai Jinder, Namaste. My name is Sayyam Jain. Welcome to my channel. Today we are going to solve the 27th question of the problem solving series, which is based on arrays. So the question is rotate matrix or image by 90 degree. The difficulty level for this question is medium, and this question has been asked in Google, Facebook and Amazon. So let's look at the example. So we have been given a 2D matrix and we need to rotate this matrix by 90 degree. So what does it mean and which 90 degree, towards clockwise or anti-clockwise? It could be any, but in this question we are supposed to be given that the rotation is clockwise. That means this 1, 2, 3, the row will become the column, right? If we rotate it like this, so this 1, 2, 3 first row of the matrix will actually become the last column of the matrix, right? The 4, 5, 6 will become the second row will be the second row, and the third row, if we rotate this like this, then this will become the first column. The third row will become the first column, right? You can just like we rotate an image from whatever the image is. If we rotate it 90 degree, then similarly if we rotate this matrix, this will be like this. The first row will actually become the last column. That means this 1, 2, 3, this 1 will come over here, 2 will come over here, 3 will come over here, and this 4, 5, 6, 4 will come over here, 5 will come over here, 6 will come over here, and this last row will be the first column, right? If we rotate it like this, so 7 will come over here, 8 will come over here, 9 will come over here. So this will be our answer. So if we look at this, I have not given it as a 2D array. If we simply look at this, so what will be the answer for this? 1, 2, 3, 4. This will come at the last. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5, 6, 7, 8. 5, 6, 7, 8. 9, 10, 11, 12. And then 13, 14, 15 and 16, right? Just imagine, or if you rotate it, this will be the value, right? So how do we solve this? What is the approach? What is the first thing that is coming to your mind? So we are given this rotate matrix. We have this in the form of vector, or it could be a 2D array also, same thing. So how do we change this array? So we know the first row becomes the last column, okay? Or we can even say that the first column becomes the first row, but if you make it first row, then you have to reverse it again, right? So let's not go there. So first we observe that the first row becomes the last column, second row becomes the second last column, third row will become the third last column. The first thing that comes to your mind to solve this, we can take a 2D vector and just assign those values in that order. So we'll make the last column as the first row. We'll assign the values second row, second last column, and we will have our vector with this rotation, and we'll return that vector, right? So how will we code it? Let me write the pseudocode for this. So if we have a say a vector answer like this, say int, we take int n as the matrix dot size, and then we declare a vector of vector, say vector of vector answer with this values, this size, and this will make it as n size, and we can means other way answer nn, it has to be 2D. So now if I traverse the loop, so for I equal to 0 to n and for j equal to 0 to n, right? So what I want? I want to store answer I want to store the last column, right? So last column as the first row, Okay, we are traversing in a row manner, right? So how do I make this last column as the first row? So if I start with, since I am increasing j column, so it could be j and n minus I minus 1, right? So here j n minus I, that means the n minus 1, I is 0. So right, so 0, 1, 2, we will be assigning the last column. What value I will assign to the last column? The value we have, the matrix ij, right? Close this. Okay, and then just we will return answer. We have our answer. We'll have our value, right? So you can see here for this in the 0 and the for 0th row and the this column would be the last column. So 1 will come over here, second time 2 and 3, the j value will increase 1 and 2. So this will be visited, this will be visited, will have the values, and then again j's value will become 1 and I value will become 1 as well. So n minus 2 would be the second last column, n minus 3 and n minus 1. So in the n minus n, so that will give our first column, and we will have all the answers. So this is the formula by which we can rotate the image in 90 degree. And what would be the time complexity? The time complexity would be order of n square. We are visiting the 2D matrix assigning the values. And what would be the space complexity? We have taken extra 2D vector. So the space complexity would be order of n square. So what can we optimize? Can we optimize the time complexity? Is it possible? It's not possible. We have to visit all the part of the array, and the traversing a 2D matrix is order of n square. But we can reduce the space complexity. Even in the question it might ask that you cannot return a new matrix, you need to make the changes in the same matrix, which is known as in place, right? So how do we reduce the space complexity to order of 1? How can we return this array, change this array itself, change the matrix itself? No need to take a new array. How can we do it? So for that you need to observe one thing, right? So forget the answer over here. If I transpose this matrix, so what is transpose? Changing the row to column and column to row. That means this 1, 2, 3, this is a row. So if I make this as 1, 2, 3, I'll make it as a column. I'll make this as a column. I'll make this as a column, right? So we have transposed it, right? Now you see the answer over here: 147741, 258852, 369963. How can we get to here? We can just reverse the rows, right? So if we reverse the row, so this will become 741, 852 and 963, which is our answer. Simple. In the same matrix we have done. For this also, if I reverse this, if I transpose this 1, 2, 3, 4 to so 1, 2, 3, 4 row will become 1, 2, 3, 4 as column, right? Similarly, this will become, if I transpose this as well, let's do it for one row, right? So this has become 1, 2, 3, 4, this one. So similarly, we'll reverse, so we'll change the column itself, right? So 1, 5, 9, 10 is the column. So if we make it as a row, so it will become 1, 5, 9, 10 over here, right? 1, 5, 9, 10, 1, 5, 9, 13, sorry. 1, 5, 9, 13. The column, if you make column as row or row as column, same thing. So 1, 5, 9, 13 is there. And now we reverse this 1, 5, 9, 13, then this becomes 13, 9, 5, 1. Right? So we have this 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So this will become the last 1, 2, 3, 4. So our formula is simple. To rotate the image by 90 degrees, you transpose the matrix. That means you make the rows of the matrix as columns of the matrix and columns as rows of the matrix, and then you reverse the rows. You will get the answer. So with this observation, we will solve this problem in order of n square without any extra space. So let's do it. The code will be very simple, simpler than this. I should know, but I actually erased it, but no problem. So what we are going to do? So we are going to traverse this matrix 0 to n, and again traverse this matrix 0 to n, right? And we will make matrix Ij equal to matrix Ji, and then this is transpose, and then what we need to do? We need to reverse the rows. For I equal to 0 to n, we'll use the reverse STL function to reverse this matrix I dot begin matrix I dot end. So, and then we will return matrix. Simple. Order of n square, space will be order of 1. So in this way we can sort the matrix and image by 90-degree in place without any extra space. The link to the question has been given in the description. Please try it yourself and then come to my code walkthrough section.
Here is the code walkthrough of the 27th question rotate image. You can see this matrix has been rotated by 90-degree clockwise. So we are given this matrix in this question in the LeetCode platform, and we have done the same thing. In the explanation video, while writing the pseudo code, I just made matrix Ij is equal to Ji, so that won't be the right thing. We have to swap it, right? We have to interchange the rows values to the column values. So I should forgot to write the swap function. So it would be this traversal, and this second inner loop we'll have the condition that j is less than I. In that way only we can make the row as column and column as row. And after doing the transpose, as I discussed, that if we reverse the each row, then it rotates the matrix by 90-degree. So let's submit this directly. Yeah, so it's accepted. Let me know in the comment section how was the explanation, and see you all soon in the next video where we'll be explaining the 28th question of the problem solving series. Thank you.